enough for you, baby. So she want more and more.
Okay guys, so I started off by applying my Makeup Forever Step 1 Primer in Smoothing. I'm applying this to my forehead and cheek areas and just blending that in. This will ensure that my base is smooth and it does help to minimize any texture on my skin. The second primer I'm going in with is the Mattifying Primer, still by Makeup Forever, the Step 1 series. And I'm putting this on my forehead and nose area to mattify that area since I do have very oily skin. Now I'm taking my new favorite brow item, which is the MAC's Veluxe Brow Liner in the shade Velvetstone. It's a pencil and it comes with two ends. One end is the actual pencil and the other end is a brush. And I was brushing my brows out before then following underneath it. That pencil is really small, guys. Since then I've picked up a new one, a bigger one that is much easier to work with. So I'm super happy about that. But I'm filling in my brows, and once I'm done filling in my brows, I switch it back over or flip the pencil around to the side with the brush, and I kind of just blend it out a bit. Now I'm using my Studio Fix foundation in the shade NC55. I haven't used this in a long time, guys. And I'm using my Real Techniques buffing brush. This used to be my friggin' jam until I started using the beauty blender and the blending sponge. But I'm using it this time to buff the foundation into my skin, guys. I really miss using this item. And I'm just buffing that all into my skin so I get a nice, even, and airbrushed look, of course. Now the Studio Fix foundation, I find that it does give good coverage, and I completely forgot about that. And here I dropped some foundation on my lap. I thought I got that on my shirt, but it actually landed on my table. Thank the Lord, hallelujah, because I was about to freak the hell out. So I'm just putting some more Studio Fix foundation on my cheeks or the areas that I have any pigment, and I'm just kind of blending it in to kind of cover that area up a bit more. So adding a bit more coverage in those areas. Now, I do take the foundation down on my neck as well, sponge afterwards, or my Real Techniques blending sponge rather, to kind of push the foundation better into the skin. And now I'm using my favorite concealer, MAC's Prolongwear concealer in the shade NC45, and I'm just cleaning up underneath my brows. This has been a part of my routine. This is something I definitely cannot go without. Guys, I just really love how a clean brow looks. Now once I'm done with that, I'm taking that same sponge and just blending out that concealer and bringing it a bit down onto my eyelid because my eyelids are really dark, guys. I haven't been sleeping so good. Now I'm using that same concealer and I brought it under my eyes. I'm just trying to brighten up that under eye area. So this will help or lessen the fact that my under eye area is kind of dark. I'm actually going to put some of the same concealer down the bridge of my nose as well. So on my eyelids as well, of course, and down the bridge of my nose and just that center of my forehead area. I put it on my eyelids because I wanted to cancel out the darkness on top as well. I'm taking my blending sponge by Real Techniques and blending all of that concealer into the face. So it's just a dabbing motion, guys, like dab. Dab, just a dabbing motion. I keep dabbing or pushing into the skin for those of you who don't know what dabbing is. So I'm just pushing it into the skin. And of course, guys, my beauty sponge is damp. It's always damp, but it's usually always just damp with water. And once that's done, check that out. And of course, you guys know I have to set all my highlighted areas with my Sascha Cosmetics Buttercup setting powder. And I'm setting under my eyes, of course. And I'm kind of pushing it into the skin, setting the bridge of my nose because I conceal that area as well. And then setting my forehead area as well. Once I'm done, I'm taking my MAC Mineralize Skin Finish Powder in Dark with my fluffy brush and just pushing that all over the skin. And this is to set the rest of my face. So I'm setting the areas that I applied the foundation to, and I bring it down on my neck as well because remember I did put foundation on my neck and just a bit on my chest. Now my favorite blush at the moment, guys, is definitely Coppertone by MAC. This is probably one of my favorite matte blushes. I couldn't get the container open, and then I opened it, so then I kind of felt really stupid. But I love using this blush, and I just find it looks really natural, and it's like a nice peachy tone for women of color. Guys, pick up this blush. It's a beautiful blush, and it just looks so natural. I think that's what I love about it the most. Now I'm using my Graphblack Technakohl liner from MAC, and I'm lining my inner eye area. So I'm lining my waterline, and I'm also lining my upper waterline area. What I don't even remember what that's called, guys, but my waterline and my upper, you know what I'm talking about. You can see where I'm lining. Then from there, I'm just adding my favorite lip gloss by Revlon, and it's the shade Supernatural, but it's Revlon's Lustrous lip gloss in the shade Supernatural. And now I'm beginning to apply my False Lashes Maximizer. Guys, grab this. It makes a huge difference in how your mascara applies, and it really helps to lengthen your lashes. You'll see what I'm talking about. So I'm applying that to my top lid, and then I'm using my Pro Beyond Twisted Lash Mascara also from MAC, and I'm applying that now. This mascara is supposed to be volumizing. Personally, for me, I get more of a lengthening effect. I don't get too much of a volumizing effect, but I still love the mascara nonetheless. It's still one of my favorite mascaras to use, but it gives me really great length, as you can see there. Now I'm doing the same thing on the other eye, and again, guys, this False Lashes Maximizer, it really helps to lengthen your lashes and separate the lashes, so when you go in with the mascara, they just coat easier. I don't know. I just love it though. Applying that False Lashes Maximizer to the bottom as well with the same mascara. And once I'm done that, guys, that's pretty much it. That's my easy everyday foundation look. And that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Rate, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget, follow your girl.